So you just have to move on in life and just make sure you get yourself something good.
There's a reason to be grateful in every situation.
Definitely.
So John will tell us a bit about himself, how he dropped out of senior high school, how because of lack of funds and he had to do a number of odd jobs, and then he became a cleaner, then he became a student again, and how he pushed himself through, or God pushed him through. Before we get to the details of that story though, Guarantee Trust Bank, Ghana Limited, and Ria Money Transfer Service have partnered with ZPay to launch the Ria to Mobile service, an innovative service that allows senders globally to remit funds directly into the mobile money wallets of beneficiaries in Ghana across mobile money operators. With Ria to Mobile, the days of visiting the branch to redeem your remittances are over. Just provide your mobile money number to your family, friends, and business partners abroad, and within a few minutes, your Ria remittance is credited directly into your wallet anytime, anywhere. Spread the word. Ria to Mobile is here. For further inquiries, please call us on 0302 611 560 or 0800 124 Guarantee Trust Bank. Wouldn't you rather bank with us? Now, the Vodafone Bosu offer just got bigger. Aside the Bosu weekend offer, Vodafone has taken another boss step, introducing the Bosu daily offer. The Bosu of all daily offers. Sign up to the Vodafone Bosu daily offer for 2 Ghana cedis and enjoy 100 minutes for calls to all networks plus 100 minutes, 100 megabytes valid for 24 hours. Yes, it's very, very real. Just dial *5588# now to subscribe to the Bosu daily offer and spend your day like a boss. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Good morning again, John.
Good morning, Daniel.
So take us to the very beginning. How was life like growing up?
I was coming from not a very good home, so to speak. It was a very humble beginning for me. I started my life somewhere in Accra Central, where I was born, actually. So I started my school at Debbie Avenue Roman Catholic GSS in Accra Arena. Yeah, so I did my GSS over there for the 9-year period, which I completed in 2000, the year 2000. Yeah, so basically that was how I started. Yeah.
And you were telling me that somewhere along the line, unfortunately, you lost your father.
Not along the line. I didn't actually go to see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He died very early, so I only got to see his picture.
Okay. Okay. So you don't have any living memory of him?
No, not at all.
What impacts did the loss of your father have on your family financially?
In this case, my mom had to single-handedly take care of me. Fine, along the line, my other 3 siblings, the guys, they had their father. So more like he was there for him. He was also there for me at some point. But my mom thought that it's her responsibility to just make sure I'm fine. So I can say it was single-handedly handled by my mom, yeah.
What work was she doing?
She was a trader, yeah. Selling anything she can lay her hands on. So that was it, yeah.
Here in Accra?
Yeah, in Accra, yeah.
Okay. So after GSS?
Yeah, so after GSS, I had admission to the St. Thomas Aquinas School. Yeah. So what I realized at the time was I didn't pay. My fees was not paid in full. So the struggle started from there. At the time we wrote BC in August, the year 2000. So results came in December that same year. So I had to start school early January. So even that, I got late admission because the admission was there, fees and everything was a challenge. My mom was beating herself up, just trying to make sure I go to school. So I got admission later that year. The trouble started that particular semester, term. Yeah, so I struggled to write the first term exam. Was owing fee. Became the second term. I became like, I was owing. I don't know how I could describe, but at that point, it was a lot of issues for me because I didn't face that actually at the GSS level.
Okay.
Though it wasn't that smooth, but it was thorough. You got it. I went to school. I was only sent home for school fees only a few times.
Okay.
So the situation was a bit better. So what I saw at the SS level was like a bit of issue for me, because we are talking about fees every now and then. You need to find and manage your way into classroom and all that, just to make sure you are going through whatever you came there to do. So at some point I realized that no, this is becoming too much for me. So if that would be a problem, because already I can see how my mom was struggling to just take me through the first year. So at that point I was like, okay, if that would be the situation, let me just drop off. Because I look back, I see my younger brother coming up. So I imagined how she would be able to take him through that and all that. So I just thought of, okay, if that is the case, let me just put myself out to the world and see what I can also do for myself by just opting out. So I left. I didn't even get into Form 2. I just left after first year. That was in 2001. So I was like, okay, for me not to waste my life at the time, let me just then start something. Let me just, if school will not help me, let me just put myself out there and see what I can do for myself. So as early as 16 years, I was out there, and that was where the issue started, if I should put it that way. Yeah.
So, and when you say school will not help you, you just couldn't find the money.
That was how I was thinking at the time, because I didn't like what I went through the first year. You get it? So I didn't want to get in there and get stuck somewhere along the line. So thought of, okay, if that would be the case, let me just see what's, because I had few mates who actually didn't even go to school immediately after GSS. So they were my source of inspiration at the time. Okay. Some of them are into trading. Some of them, I know they have not even gone to school. After GSS, they were home. So I went. So the good thing at the time is I shouldn't then waste my time. I should just start something, because I don't know how it will end along the line. So let me just back off and see. Maybe my situation is not about education. That was how I was thinking.
That's how you were thinking.
At that stage of my life, yeah.
And then at that point?
So at that point, the struggle began. I had to sell one item to the other. I remember I sold sachet water. I sold bread, because my mom at some point was selling bread. I sold bread on a big tray with margarine and everything. I was selling. So I sold bread at some point. I'm like, okay.
With your mother?
With my mother. Sometimes I will also go on my own as a separate seller. I will go and get the bread, sell it.
But how did she feel about your decision to drop out of school?
She didn't like the idea, but I just told her it shouldn't be a problem for her. I'll just put my head through and see what will come out of it for me.
But she agreed that it was difficult for her to foot your bills.
I saw the struggle. I saw not that she had it and she was denying me. So, and my other brother, like I told you, they were also coming up. Their father was not doing so good, good. So I didn't want to.
So it was sort of a relief for her, the financial.
She can tell it better. Maybe like I was off because secondary school at the time I was paying a bit more than GSS. So I could see at the time, well, like okay. And what gave the joy at the time was the fact that I was determined. I told her I'm out of school, but I won't let my life go waste. I would have to do something for myself. So that was how it came about. Yeah.
You are out of school, but you wouldn't let your life go to waste.
Exactly.
How did you come to that decision?
Because I want to go through the educational channel, but faith at the point didn't give it as such to me. I didn't see it that way. So if it has to be about making it in life, education is one option. Going out there is another option. So let me just go through that particular mail and see if I have something good out there for me.
It's 20 minutes past 8 here on your super morning show on Joy 99.7 FM. My guest in studio is John Elliott Hagen. John, just a short while ago, was awarded Best Graduating Student of the Ghana Institute of Journalism. But believe it or not, at the age of 16, John came to the decision that education would not work out for him. So he has to try and make it for himself outside of school. We've gotten to the point in the story where he took that tough choice, discussed it with his mother, who was struggling to pay his fees in St. Thomas Aquinas at the time, and decided to drop out and start hustling, if I can use that expression. So, John, we've gotten to the point where you're selling water, you're selling bread. What happened?
So at some point, I was like, okay, let me also see if I can get any job, be mania or whatever. I have to do something. So I checked the industrial area. I found myself a couple of companies I worked for. I worked for Azar Paint, but Azar, it was very tough because I had to deal with the chemicals, the toxics and all that. So I worked for some few months. I tried another company, Paints and Plastics. I was at This Morning. So I was around those places for like 2 years. I worked within 4 companies for 2 years around that. So it was 2013, December thereabout. I told my mom that, okay, I've tried the bread, the water and everything. I tried working right now to save some money because I was still very young, 18. I had the hopes that, okay, I could go back to school. So it was 2003 that I spoke to her about the fact that, okay, if that's the case, I would want to work. But this time, I would want a job that I can still finish and sell something. This is what I mean to say, work for somebody. You get it? Work for somebody and save some money. I'll come back home, maybe sell my bread, maybe around 2-3 hours. I can sell water or whatever. You get it? So I just wanted to do something. So she was like, okay, she has heard, so I should just see what I can do. She also talked to a few people. So it was 2004 earlier when she told me she's spoken to a friend at Graphic.
Oh.
But what the friend said was that I could only get a cleaning job because at the time I didn't have any secondary school certificate. And even secondary school, people are there with secondary school. They are not doing any, how would I put it? Are not doing any, they don't have any, how would I put it?
They don't have any skills?
Not as in school, but even secondary school, you still do menial jobs. So GSS, I wasn't even looking at it. I just want to do something. So I was like, okay, cleaning is okay. So cleaning, I know by 9:10 you should be done with whatever you are doing. So she spoke to the friend, and God being so good, it was a cleaning agency. But instead of me going through the agency for me to be posted, the friend spoke to the supervisor at the time that, okay, if that is the case, then I should come to Graphic. Because they had a contract with that particular company.
Okay.
You get it? It's not that I'm working directly for Graphic. I'm working under an agency which is offering a service for Graphic.
Okay.
So that was how come I got to Graphic in 2004.
But what informed the choice to go to Graphic? Why did you choose, or your mother choose, Daily Graphic?
I don't know what happened. I think
You can't point to a
I can't
thing.
explain to you because she had so many friends, but she spoke to this particular friend in Graphic, and the friend like, okay, let me see what I can do. So the friend spoke to the supervisor. Then well, okay, then let him come for me to see.
At that point, did you have any idea that journalism will become your life?
Never. That it never occurred to me at that particular time.
What was the aim at the time?
So around 2004, when I was still a teenager, I was like, okay, this is the time. Let me see if I can save some money. Even if at the age of 20, I can go back to school. I'll see what to do. So I started Graphic. In the beginning, I'll finish, go home, and just go and see if I can sell 1 or 2 stuff.
So you were still selling?
I was still selling, yeah. So at some point, I realized that I'll finish work, and people will need 1 or 2 things to be done for them. Then I'll just show up. So Graphic, mainly I was stationed at the newsroom, the Graphic editorial, the big editorial newsroom. So I was there. I'll be there in the morning, and I'll see reporters trooping in. So one would just be like, okay, when you are done, let me see you. So after doing my job around 8-9, I'll just go and drop my cleaning materials, come back to the newsroom. Then everything starts. I do errands for almost all of them. So it was around that same time when it appeared, okay, now I think there's a bit of hope around this place, because I was relating very well to almost all the reporters, both old and young. So I was doing the rounds for them until 2007. So at that time, I just held on with the school thing, because I realized, okay, if that is the case, going back to school, I was 2021, the 2005, 6 there going.
Okay.
Going back to school, am I going to start at the mainstream secondary school? Because I don't know how I'm going back. That was how I was thinking at the time, that because I've outgrown the average age. Because I was 21, what am I going to do? So, still in that contemplation, when I came across this lady, I was given part of the management floor at the top, the fourth floor. So there was this lady, this one of the management staff was cleaning the office. That was in 2007, early January. I remember vividly. So we struck a conversation one morning after cleaning the office. She asked me what would I want to do with my life, and I narrated at that point a bit of my story, how I entered graphic and all that. She was like, no, she thinks I'm still young. I'm 22 at the time, but I can still do something. So what would I want to do for myself? I told her now I would want to learn something. If it's trade, maybe something I can do with my hand, skill or something.
Okay.
She was like, okay. So I should go and think about it and get back to her. So after 1 week, I came back to tell her I want to do electricals. Like, I want to do something that, okay, now I know I've learned a skill. I can rely on that to make ends meet. And on second thought, she was like, if that is the case, I can be better at it if I attach a bit of education. So why don't I go to a secondary technical school? So I first went to do inquiries at NVTI.
Okay.
I went to NVTI and I was like, no, ATC is very close to NVTI, so let me also check ATTC. I went to ATTC, I spoke to the secretary, she gave me the listing. She took me through what they offer and all that. So I was asking questions, and she was like, even this year we are coming to start core subjects for the first time, 2007. The government at the time has started core subjects in some technical schools. So, and I was like, wow, myself, I'm more into grammar, because this technical thing, that's what I want to do. But ATTC, if I can go back to school and that will start changing something for me, I don't mind. Because I was so happy about the fact that I'll be doing a core subject. Because technical, I like the idea that, okay, let me do something with my hand, let me try a skill and come out and see what will now be good for me. But the core subject thing was very, very good to me. I was like, it
sounded like a good idea.
A good idea. So if that's the case, let me just stick here and see if I can start something. So I went back to her and told her that, yeah, I found a school by ATTC. So she was like, okay, I should do everything I can, and when I'm ready, she'll see what to do.
I
GIJ. I'm a single mother of 3 kids. Life was tough. I had to defer for 1 year to pay for my rent. I'm now moving to level 400 and I know I will also make it. Thank you so much for letting us know that our story is helping you. There's another student here who has to thank you. Nambi Patrick says, John Elliot Hagen once inspired me to win campus elections. After publishing an article I wrote last semester in the Finder newspaper, he encouraged me to work extra hard for greatness. Now I am General Secretary for GIJSRC. And here's one from one of our regular listeners. He says, I taught Elliot media management at GIJ. I noticed in him determination and a quest to achieve. He was his class rep and was always exhibiting leadership skills and held his mates along. He has a strong will, and once he continues to pursue his dream, I know the sky will be the limit for him. Congrats. So far, John's story has led us steadily from the very beginning, his humble beginnings after JHS, when he had to drop out of St. Thomas Aquinas. He worked as a cleaner at the Daily Graphic. He met a member of the management there who encouraged him to go back to school. And he's gotten to the point in the story where he has to restart school. Now, one thing that moves me about John's story is how the dreams don't seem big at any point, So at a point, you just wanted to keep body and soul together. So you go and work at Graphic. And at a point, you just want to go back to school. So you go to ATTC. Yet you were steadily being led down to the path where we are celebrating you today. And we want to know a bit more about how that experience was for you and how you pushed yourself through with those small markers, those small milestones along the journey. We'll talk a bit about that when we come back. Stay with us. This is the Super Morning Show. And if you have any questions for John, you can send in a text message on 0244 340 437. That's the WhatsApp and Telegram number. You can also tweet at us at Joy997FM and go on our Facebook page, Joy 99.7 FM. We'll be right back.
Good morning, NDK. My name is Albert. My fiancée and I are planning our wedding in a year's time. What is the best way to save towards this occasion?
Good morning, sir. My name is Rosalind. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding. We wish you a fulfilling life together. We advise that you set aside an amount of money every month, depending on your wedding budget. To remain committed to your goal, you can either set up a monthly direct debit with your bank or issue post-dated checks to cover the period. Our investment packages are designed for investors with both short and long-term financial plans. Our fixed deposit package will be perfect for you. This product is designed to assist individuals and corporate entities save and make good returns on their investment. For more information, call NDK's toll-free line 0800 123 123.
Greater Works 2019. Bishop Tudor Bismarck.
As an African, we've been in the fire. We've been brutalized. We've been broken. But we've been getting stronger and stronger.
Pastor Matthew Ashimolo.
I prophesy the kind of people who will come into your life will change your life. They will change your thinking. They will change your story.
Bishop Mike Okonkwo.
Your story will never end in shame. It will never end in disgrace. This is your time. This is your time. Greater Works, this is your time.
Conference host, Pastor Mensa Otabi.
We bless the land. We bless the people of the land. We bless the work of the people. We bless the leaders with wisdom. We bless nations by the hand of the Lord.
Song ministration, Nathaniel Bassett, Intokozo Mbambo, Mahalia Buchanan, Joe Meto, Koda, Lumina, and Accra Symphony Orchestra. Date, Monday 29th July to Friday 2nd August. Evening sessions, Independence Square, Accra. Morning sessions, ICGC Christ Temple, Abosilkine. Greater Works 2019. Bigger, better, and greater.
Let's
My name is Kwame Sefakai, and most of you know me as a media personality. But I am also a family man. The UMB mobile banking app, UMB Speed App, saves me so much time by letting me do almost all of my banking transactions on my phone. The cardless withdrawal feature allows me to withdraw cash from any UMB ATM without an ATM card. I can also pay bills, transfer money, request for a loan, invest money, and so much more. So now, I can spend less time at the bank and more time with the ones I love. Bank anywhere and anytime with a UMB mobile banking app, UMB Speed App, and get the time to do what you love most. Download the UMB Speed App from your Android, iOS, or Windows phone today. Call 0302 633 988 for more information. UMB Speed App, Digibank, let's go!
To handle fire caused by LPG, take the following steps. If possible, turn off the regulator on the cylinder to stop the gas from causing more fire. Immediately, call the fire service. Do not try putting out LPG fire with water. Instead, use fire extinguisher. Children should immediately call for help when they smell gas or notice a fire. Remember, never place a cylinder to a source of heat or use a stone to stop a leaking cylinder. A message from the National Petroleum Authority.
Amplify petroleum gas. Amplify petroleum gas. Use it safely and wisely.
Think about the generations and to say we want to make it a better place.
Everyone deserves a chance at a good education. With the Republic Bank Back to School Loan, your dreams of a good education is guaranteed. Come to Republic Bank and get the Back to School Loan. We care about you and your child's education. Apply now for the Republic Bank Back to School Loan and enjoy a stress-free loan with super low interest rates. Visit any of our branches or republicghana.com or call our WhatsApp 055-654-3212. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I used to be so broken, lost, empty. A heart with no beat, a singer with no song to sing. So I know the feeling, the silence is deafening. But in your pain lies a blessing, a sweet and sour victory. So keep walking, 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 though it seems so far.
So far, he's shared with us that the little milestones. I just want to put my life together. I just want to go back to school. The little targets that he sets before him are the things that moved him to work hard. For instance, in 2004, you decided to save up money to go back to school. And all you wanted to do was to go back to school. Did you imagine what going back to school would end you up? Why was it going back to school that was your aim?
First of all, I knew I was not that bad at school. I'm a little above an average student. So
even though you had failed once, even though you had dropped out once.
Yeah. I knew education could change my life at that point, because I've seen people change their stories through education. So knowing the struggle that I'd gone through, I was thinking the best thing I could have done at the time was to go back to school to make myself a better person. So at that stage, like I said earlier on, HTC offered me the opportunity to go back to school, because I couldn't have imagined how I would have gone back to the mainstream wearing shorts at that stage, because I was looking a bit younger than my age at the time, but knowing that is how old I was, going back to school was a bit challenging. So HTC, I went with ease.
Okay.
Although I had my own challenges along the line that I'll come to in a few minutes.
Okay.
I went through some.
We want to hear about that. But let me take Papa Anses's message. He's texting from Tishinungwa Estate. He said, "Good morning, Daniel. I wish the youth are listening to this life story of this guy. When you are alive and not dead, there is hope for you. Never rush to a spiritualist for money, but work hard. God will surely make a way." God bless him. Good morning, Daniel. Listening to Uncle and now Mr. Hagen, I know our ways are not his ways, and the sky will be his limit. Thanks, from Gloria. Today's agenda is brought to you by Societe Generale. The Melcom Big 30 sale is on. Walk into any Melcom shop and get up to a 30% discount on thousands of items. Edamwase, for 30 years of support. Terms and conditions apply. Melcom, where Ghana shops. But MTN Momo is celebrating 10 years of making life simple by giving away 10 brand new Hyundai cars in the MTN Momo at 10 promo. And for the month of June, Rebecca Quay was the lucky winner of the Hyundai Grand i10 2019. Keep using your MTN Momo accounts to build points and win exciting prizes like Samsung Smart TVs, up to 3,000 Ghana cedis in eCash, or one of the brand new Hyundai cars, including the all-new 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe, from now till the end of August. Remember, promo winners will only be called with 0244 300,000 to redeem their prizes. Dial *120# to check your points. Terms and conditions apply. Go on, just Momo it. We day for you everywhere you go. So, Papa Ansa is saying that when you're alive, there is hope for you. Never rush to a spiritualist for money, but work hard. Did an option like that ever work for you? I mean, come to you?
As to try,
go to another like a spiritualist, or don't do school, do something just to make it in life.
In as much as I wanted to make my life better, that never crossed my mind, because at that point I've seen enough at that point. So knowing the repercussions, it never crossed my mind. I know that is not the right way. That is not it's not worth it. You get it. And I believe in my God that with time everything will be okay. So it never crossed my mind. Yeah.
So you got to, and we want to know if this inferiority complex revisited you, especially when you went to GIJ. This is what you were talking about with your difficulty to go back to a regular school, a regular senior high school. But you were telling us about some of the challenges that you faced when you went to ATTC.
So ATTC, it was a part-time course I did from 2:30 to 6:30. So in the morning, I'll go to graphic, do my cleaning. Around 10, I'm done. I'll move back to the newsroom to run errands for the reporters and anybody I think I could help at the time. So I did that for 3 years. But in ATTC, during your final year, you have to come to the regular school, your final year, because it's assumed you need to be prepared for final exams. So final year, I had to now go and start like a regular student. You come in the morning, you close around 2:33. So that was when I felt the difficulty, because at that point, because I go to graphic, I was not on any salary. You get it? Although
Okay.
my fees was being sponsored for, I don't get any extra money for my upkeep and all that. Because for graphic, after during my first 3 years after school, after work, I stay. So before I go back to, I get to school, I have some money on me that I used to do my daily upkeep. So at this particular point, nothing was coming.
Okay.
I have to come from Ashalibotri, where I stayed, Ashalibotri to Circle Paloma. I walked to school.
Yeah.
Because I was on my own. Nobody, like my mom gives once in a while, but I've taken life upon myself. But I went through that phase with certain joy that, okay, after all, I'm in my final year at ATTC. I'll finish. I will no longer be a GSS graduate. At least I had electrical engineering, National Board for Professional and Technical Education, something at the time, NAPTES. So I knew that, okay, at age 26, that was 2011, I was coming to finish a technical school. So from there, I'll see now what to do with my life. Because that was the this thing. Let me put it that way. That was the obstacle at the time. I just wanted to go off that secondary school phase and see what I can do for myself. Because at that point, I had gathered another set of knowledge. Because GSS is a different thing and secondary school is a different thing.
Yeah.
Because I went through the normal core subject. So I was just like a student at PRESEC, a student at any other secondary school. We did the same. We were rubbing shoulders with them.
Okay.
So it was a normal thing for me.
So did you?
So that was a challenge that final year. Yeah.
Okay. So when you got out and you went into GIJ, now you rub shoulders with anyone who has finished senior high school, but you're still 26.
Yeah.
Did you have any inferiority complex when?
No,
you
I was done with
GIJ?
school at this time, so life was normal. Because I had mates. That is what kept me going. I look back and I was like, okay, at least it's not what I want, but I'm content because I'm also in my circle. I had a vision, so let me just look at it and be going steadily. So at that point, I was like, it was okay. I'm done with secondary school, so let me see what life can offer me.
So what did you think life had to offer you?
So I finished HTC in June. That same less than a week, one of my friends at Graphic, Maurice Kwanzaa.
Okay.
Yeah, he called me because after I'm done with school, I wasn't doing the clinic job again because I had to stop because I have to start my final year at ATTC. Because I couldn't do the clinic again. I have to be in class by 7 in the morning. So I wasn't working at Graphic, but I'd established myself very well there. So I go there, I meet the reporters. So I still kept in touch with Maurice. So Maurice was like, "Are you done with school?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, then we'll talk. So one day he called me and he was like, there's a job opportunity, but I can try my hands on right and I'm done with school. I'm like, okay, where? And he told me he's the finder. The former MD want to start this thing, a newspaper. So they want an office assistant. And one of the key qualities was somebody they could trust. Somebody they can trust to just, because the newsroom is a very sensitive area.
Yeah.
Somebody who they can trust. When they are sharing information, the person can just be very trusted at that point.
He can keep
it secret if because a lot goes on in the newsroom. Yeah. So I went to see the editor, and he told me Maurice has said a lot about me, so I don't need to prove myself. All I have to do is prove myself on the job, that I can be reliable. They can trust me. So that was where it started. But at Graphic, like Manasseh said, I told Manasseh, at Graphic, after work, I will sit in the newsroom. During my idle time, I go through the newspapers. So I see the stories. I don't know what goes into it, but I picture it. I see these stories every day. Every day I see the stories. Because the daily graphic is very bulky. I read through the stories. So I see how the stories are crafted. But as to what goes into the stories, I don't know. But if you ask me to give you a story of that nature or a particular story, I can put something out. Because I read, I know the reporters, I see their byline, they inspire me. I see the likes of Charles Benoniokai, Mary Akubana said, they were all in the newsroom with me. When I say the late Samuel Kante was the news editor, who was like a father to me. He sent, I do errands for them, so I was more very closer to the key reporters in the newsroom. So that was, so I had an idea. But Graphic, excuse me to say, I was an agency staff. If anybody wants to even help me, I have to go through the mail, and it would be a bit difficult. So at Graphic, I knew people would have wanted to help in that regard. And I never also showed the interest of writing at it because I thought it was a long rope for me. You get it? So I left Graphic, and so it was at the Finder that I realized, okay, now I'm very close to what I think I could do way back in Graphic. So 2011, I see what was going on in the newsroom, but I never try. I was like, okay, let me also try and understand what goes into it. Because graphic, I see the final product. I see the stories in the paper.
Okay.
But now at the Finder, sometimes I witness editorial discussions.
You saw the process.
I saw the process. So, okay, now I'm more closer to a media house that I think, okay, now I'm very close to thinking what I could do at graphic. So I started a Finder in 2011 as an office assistant. So I'll go in the morning, I'll file the papers, I'll make sure all the editors get their copies. I give copies to few companies around. And that was the so after I'll come back and sit down, chat with the reporter when they come back from. Sometimes I'll sit with them, they do their stories. I see how they go about it. So at Finder, I was very close to the news team, if I should put it that way. Yeah. So until 2013, one day on my way to work, I found a dead body. Dead body around Asalemdam, where our office was at the time. So I took shot of him, and it was just a dead body. So all I wanted to put across is the age I believe it would be. Like looking at the man, I picked I guess the age and describe how he looked, what might have brought him there, what might have killed him and all that. So I just put the story down. When my news editor at the time, George Kumsin, he's late, he came, I told him this is what I found. Well, okay. So which reporter did I go to show the dead body? I went to show the dead body. I was like, I did that myself. So how would the story be written? Because if I went there, I'm the one going to write the story. I'm like, I've even written the story. So if he wants, he can look at it. I gave him the story. He was like, am I sure I gave it to a reporter to write it for me? I told him, no, I saw this and I thought
wrote it yourself.
So we're like, okay, that is, it thinks it's a good start. So I should just be trying my hands on anything I can. I should be writing. So that was where it started. And my current editor came in. He, at the time when George was about leaving, he came in. Elvis Daku, he came in. So for Elvis in 2014, at some point, you'll be like, instead of trying to help with the editorial stuff and all that, I can also be going on assignment because some of the time the reporters are busy.
Wow.
And it would need somebody to set in.
And that's how you started working actively as a journalist.
So the cleaning aspect at the Finder was when the cleaner actually stopped work without any notice.
So you were working as a journalist and a cleaner? No.
When I started at the Finder as an office assistant, but at a period, within a period, the cleaner stopped coming. And this is what I was doing at graphics. So it was a big deal for me.
Okay.
So that was that aspect of the story. Yeah.
Wow. So it's 5 minutes at the top of the hour. We want to quickly bring in callers. So please, if you have any question for John, if this inspires you in any way, you want to share your story yourself, call us on 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. You can also call us on 0244 340 437. So John, at this point, so which year did you enter GIJ?
2015.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I started reporting a year and a half before I entered. But I started reporting in April 2014.
So that was the year that you saw the dead body in 2015.
I did that story in 2013.
In 2013.
And that was it. So at 2013, I wasn't going on Indians. I wasn't writing this story. But once in a while, I made input into the newspaper. I had a column I was writing in the Weekend Finder. Sometimes I write for celebrities. I can pick 1 month writing on controversial celebrities. Like it was some 4-paragraph column in the Weekend Finder. It was more like a soft story, a soft newspaper. That one comes out on weekends. So I was just contribute. I would be in the newsroom and just go online, see what is happening, see what this particular person had done. Then I just put something together. Once in a while, I get stories published in the
and this is not something that you had to do. Like it wasn't part of your job.
No. But when I write and it gets to the news editor, it wouldn't be much of a work editing. So you wouldn't write to come and stress us. You write, it's okay. So it's worth publishing. So they just publish it for you.
Okay, let me take Benedict's call from Tema. Good morning, Benedict.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Benedict. Go ahead.
Okay, actually, John knows me very well. He's my mate at the GHS. We all sat in the same class, and actually speaking, he's a very hardworking guy.
I know him. Yeah.
Though he was describing himself as an average student by then, but we all knew his exploit when it comes to reading and the English language. Actually, I'm calling to congratulate him for how far he has come, and we wish him all the best as he try to make it far in the journalism sector.
Thank you. All right,
you've done very well.
All right. That is Benedict 2 months. I can make the voice out.
Oh, okay.
One of my classmates way back in GSS.
JSS.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Andy from Jolu is on the line. Andy, can you please turn off the radio and let's hear you?
Sure. All right. Thank you very much. John Elliott. Yes, John Elliott also is just like Bentum just called. We all grew up in Kolewoko, Accra Central, and we all attend the same church, Sacred Heart Parish. And John has inspired us. He has been an inspiration since childhood. And for us, this is just the beginning of greater things to come. And we know he will not let us down. We know there are many prospects out there. Thank you, John Elliott, for inspiring us. God bless you.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andy. Yeah.
Ejare is calling from Ejumako. Good morning, Ejare.
Yeah, good morning, Daniel. I hope you're doing well.
I am blessed. Yourself?
I'm very good. Yes, I'm taking the baton as a Jumako in the central region here. I think I have been touched with John's story. But you see, one thing that I want all of us to learn from this narration is that as a human being, you never know where your shine will come from. So probably it could be very tough, very cumbersome at the beginning, but as you decide to move ahead, definitely one day you come out of the difficult situation. I think there are a lot of people who have gone through, severe stuff, difficult, stories, even more than what John is narrating. But at the end of the day, they were able to emerge victorious. So I'll just encourage and entreat everybody to really, listen to this story. I hope you're going to put it on YouTube so that those who couldn't, get it here will then access it on YouTube. Thank you very much.
It will definitely be on YouTube. Thank you very much, Ejare, for calling us from Ejumako. Caleb is on the line from Accra. Good morning, Caleb.
Good morning, Daniel.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine, and I'm just overwhelmed by my brother's work. My name is Caleb D-Boy, and I'm sure he knows who he's talking.
Yeah, I know Caleb.
I think John didn't tell us one part of the story, and it's got to do with him contesting for General Secretary of the GIJSRC. He didn't say that. So somewhere in 2017, when we finished with our diploma course, he called one Don, and he showed interest in that role. So, as somebody who was already into student politics, I had to give him one or two tidbits on what we should do, blah, blah, blah. So that particular Saturday, school reopened in the weekend school. I had to leave work because I was working on Saturday. So I had to leave work and come over to campus and make sure we finish one part of it. Unfortunately, John didn't contest for the position again. No, he had met the eventual winner, Jessica Moffat. They've had an agreement, so he decided to pull out of the race. Concentrate on his school. But hey, John is one fantastic guy. I've known him for 4 years. It's been great, wonderful knowing him. He's very humble, I should say, because even in our first year in secondary school, I had issues with him in our first 2 weeks. But he came to me and said, "Look, I think we shouldn't do this. I would want us to come back to be cool. If you want us to be cool, fine. If you don't want us to be cool, you can go your way, I'll go my way." That was when I decided, look, this guy is somebody I should get close to. And it's been wonderful from day one to now. Even with exams, don't try it, John. He's going to give you all the Intikuma at dawn to prepare you before the exam. Thank you, guys. I'm humbled to call you in the show. I'm grateful. John.
Thank you very much, Caleb. Thanks for calling. The final caller is from Bato. His name is Fred. Good morning, Fred.
Yes, good morning, Dan. I think it's an inspiring story from our brother where we as the youth have to learn from. You see, there are certain times we, the youth, now want to just a very easy way to get money, very easy way to find things. So I think congratulations to him, and we bless God for his life, and God continue blessing him as this is also inspiring us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fred. Thanks for calling us. So there's a texter who says, I know John in your studio. I also know many others like him. But John had an edge over the rest. His secret is he is focused. Would you agree that focus is what kept you through?
Very, very, very importantly. Because you might just take things very easy and all that. But at the end of the day, you should know there's a time frame for everything. Just stay focused and know at the end of the day, you have what you want to achieve. So, in as much as what happens within the time, focus should be your watchword. You know, at the end of the day, there's an agenda ahead, so you just have to look at it and keep your eye on it.
Let me ask, do we have enough of a social safety net to cater for people who are currently in a situation you have been in as a country? What do you think?
I think there are a few interventions, but it's not enough. It's not enough because a lot of people are going through a lot out there. So as a government, I think we just have to do more to make sure, unlike other countries, you get it, the social benefits are enormous. Mm-hmm. But we don't have that over here. So people's destiny are left in their own hands to just
fend
themselves and see what will be good for them at the end of the day, which is not very good.
I admire your humility, John. God bless you. This is from Mami Ajwa.
Walking, though it seems so far. No, it doesn't really matter who you are. See, there's one thing.
My namesake Daniel, I had a similar experience. There's no money to go to school. I stayed home for 2 years, did anything to make money, then paid for my high school. I live in Japan now. John, your humility helped you climb the ladder. God bless you.
Must believe that it gets better.
We'll take John's final word, which I'd like it to be, you've already talked about focus, but what advice would you have for people who are going through the situation that you have been through? Before we do that, though, the Barclays Absa Group Limited has a lot in store for SMEs in Ghana. Absa is interested in supporting African businesses, specifically SMEs. We help them grow by providing finance, capacity building, and financial literacy programs. We've supported over 140,000 SMEs and individuals across Africa. Welcome to Absa Group Limited. Absa, proudly serving you in Ghana as Barclays. Now, Webster University is an American university based in St. Louis, Missouri, with international campuses in nine countries around the world, including Ghana. At Webster University, Ghana, you get an American education with the opportunity of completing your degree in any of our network campuses in North America, Europe, and Asia. Apply in June and get up to a 30% automatic scholarship. The Ghana campus currently offers both graduate and undergraduate degrees. Locate Webster University in East Legon off the Lagos Avenue behind Media Pharmacy. Call us on 054 012 0869 or 054 012 0849. Visit our website at webster.edu.gh. So John is currently working. You're back on your job and the Finder.
Yeah, the Finder. Yes,
oh, okay. And congratulations once again for everything. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. So your final word of advice for someone who is also going through.
I'll just tell them not to despair. They shouldn't give up. Life is a stage. So whatever you are going through now, just have it at the back of your mind that it's just a stage in life, and with God on your side, everything will be fine. They shouldn't give up at all. at all. You see, I relate to people in this particular stage of my life because of what I've gone through in the past. So I just tell people who get close to me that life is not all that rosy. So whatever you are going through now, don't despair. Just know it's a stage in your life. Just look up to God and everything will be fine.
Thank you very much, John Elliott Hagan.
Thank you, Daniel.
And I can't wait to see what's coming next. Do you have an idea, like where you want to go next, what you want to do next?
My immediate plan is to go back to school.
To go back to
school, yeah. At least I have to go back to school before I see what's next for me again. But the immediate plan is to go back to school. So I'm hoping to get back to the classroom somewhere next year.
All right. Thank you very much, John Elliott Hagan.
Thank you, Daniel.
Have a super day.
You too.
I used to be so broken, lost, empty.
My lead producer, Papaya Wasari, wants me to emphasize that as long as you have walked through the halls of St. Thomas Aquinas, you are an old Tom like he is. 7 minutes past 9. The song in the background is Better by Jessica Reedy. Good morning, Ben from Adenta. You want to know the title?
But in your pain,
we'll take just a few messages here and then we'll move to our hotline documentary. Weed, Love and Law Part 2 will be joined by Nana Jemai, the chairman of the Hemp Association of Ghana, HAG, who is already here, I believe.
No matter who you are, see there's one thing that I know. Life it can leave you so bitter.
We'll also be joined by Dr. Kojo Obing, who is here, specialist, psychiatrist and acting director, Ankerful Hospital, and there's a former addict to marijuana.
I know it's hard to find.
Kwabna Efriye is also in studio to tell a story. We'll be right back with the details. Stay with us.
We believe that many of the problems people have with their health is as a result of the way they sit. In other words, your chair can kill you. Here's Dr. Marcus Mann of the Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
What you have to remember is that the spine is the lifeline to your body, and posture is the window to that spine. Now, posture is affected by your daily activities and habits like sitting. That's why at the Chiropractic and Wellness Centers, we recommend what I believe to be the best chairs available for preventing not only subluxations, but also other health problems that you may not be aware of. And that's Rabami and Mobilex chairs. Unfortunately, on a daily basis, I have to correct the effects of this poor sitting habit in our businessmen and businesswomen. Always remember, optimal spine equals optimum health.
So, for the sake of your health, buy Rabami or Mobilex chairs from Afrodan. We're on the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade. Telephone 663-085.
Daddy, I bet you enjoyed your trip abroad.
Oh, yes. It was worth every peso. And the experience was breathtaking. The beautiful environment, the culture, and the food. Oh, my. Until I got terribly sick.
Perhaps from eating too many new dishes.
But you know, thanks to my Glyco travel insurance policy, all my medical bills were paid for the 3 days that I was on admission.
Really? Glyco travel insurance policy?
Yes, my dear. Glyco travel insurance is the best. Look, it covers medical and emergency services, personal assistance services, emergency return home, personal liability such as legal defense fee, loss of baggage, personal accidents, trip cancellation, or even delayed departure. And even these are the ones I remember off my head.
Yes, Glyco Travel Insurance has a worldwide cover and widely accepted by embassies, both Shenzhen and non-Shenzhen. Visit any of our Glyco offices nationwide or call 020-422-113 or 055-5305-547 for ready assistance from our experienced support team. Be safe, travel protected, and have a peace of mind. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
From importers to exporters, direct to indirect workers, you and I, the MPS Terminal 3 is great news to us all.
As a trader, doing business at the port has become easy.
The machines are very modern and clearing goods has become very fast.
As a port worker, it is a great joy to be part of over 1,000 Ghanaians working here. This new facility means a lot to us.
As a cocoa farmer, I have more markets to export my products. The entire world can now taste my cocoa, bringing me and my family more income.
The MPS Terminal 3 is a game changer. MPS has invested in world-class equipment and technology to optimize efficiency of doing business at Temaport. This means more jobs, development, and opportunities for our present and our future in Ghana. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I'm a ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth, we me put the ganja. Babylon come and light it at a fire, me a chant. Yes, I'm a ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth, we me put the ganja. Babylon come, big stinking helicopter flow through the air. With them call it weed eater. Them never did it when me was out in water, or when me did implying fertilizer. Yet out of the sky them spitting fire, and I'm a little youth man with a hot temper. Me dig up me stinking rocket launcher, and in all the air this was the helicopter. Me a chant, some ganja planter.
13 minutes past 9 here on the 13 minutes past 9 here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yes, I'm a ganja planter.
Good morning, Daniel. I'm Hamda from Tamale. I must say I'm very humbled and inspired by John's story. In this generation, we all hope to get the easy way out of things in life. It took him 19 years to accomplish that, and today, it doesn't matter how long it took him. I'm studying to be a doctor and first had to go through nursing school because I didn't make the cut. My colleagues from high school graduate med school this year, but I have 4 more years to go. My story is nothing compared to his, but now I know very well that, just like John, in 4 years, it would not matter how long it took me to be a doctor. Listening live from 123 FM in Tamale. Good morning to all of our friends on 123 FM. But I'm playing a song in the background, as you know, because you're going to hear part 2 of Weed, Love and Law. We started this conversation with Latif Idris's documentary last week, where we first of all explored the angle of decriminalizing marijuana use and possession and the conversation around it. Today we are going to focus on the persons who have used marijuana, the persons who have been addicted to marijuana, and hear their stories. That's why Kwabena Free is here. He's a former addict of the drug. Nana Ajimai has his unique position on the use of marijuana that he'll be sharing with us. That'll be right after the documentary. But Graphic Business, in partnership with Stanbic Bank, presents the Graphic Business Stanbic Bank Breakfast meeting. What's the issue? Is it poor bookkeeping, high cost of capital, no or limited opportunities for